welcome to Live Up to Freedom. I hope you're all staying safe and staying sane and staying strong. Thank you for joining me today. If you are joining me today, I'm going to take some of today's show to just talk to you guys. I hope you don't mind. And then, of course, I will talk to you about Salman Rushdie and what happened to him, and just give you my, I guess, take on it, if that's all right. Let me start here. On Friday, you know what? I should actually start here. A special thanks to Michael Lauber for sitting in for me on Friday with Yosama Dak Talk. And a special thanks to Will Johnson for sitting in for me with Michael on Sunday on Let's Be Frank. I should definitely do that first. So thank you guys. I was sent a couple of screenshots from the Sunday show. So let me start by those, or start with those. Kathy, I hope I'm saying your name correct, and Patriotic American, thank you. You may not know, but your comments meant a lot to me. The fact that you were concerned, the fact that you're praying for me. Times like this, I need those more than anyone would know. So when I saw the screenshots of your comments, it definitely made my rattled mind to calm down a little bit. I do appreciate you guys and your comments and absolutely your prayers. I saw a comment by ID Go Away. Thank you. I don't think I have had many people who said what you said. I don't think it has been verbalized in words, at least, by many people to ask for a little bit of break for Annie Cyrus. For that, I'm grateful. Thank you for not only thinking about it, but also putting it out there. But I also had messages and emails outside of the comment section here on Lindell TV with prayers, with kind words, with some who said they will understand if I decide to step down and be done with it, with those who said they understand, but they prefer if I don't. So all of you who jumped on to support me with your prayers, with your words, with your acknowledgement, it has been a huge help. I don't have the right words, but I hope you understand. I am not only grateful, but it definitely carried me over since Friday. I also, Darling Sherry, I also saw a screenshot of your comment. I'm grateful for you also missing me. That does mean a lot. It's good to know that if I'm not here, I am missed by some. And as you mentioned on the comment, originally on Friday, I wasn't here because there was a very dear friend of mine's birthday, and I decided after years of just concentrating on work, I will take the day to go and celebrate with her. And then after that, Friday morning when I got the call from Brandon House regarding Salman Rushdie, and that was the deal was I'm going to just unplug, I'm going to go do the birthday. So I wasn't even looking at the news. I had my notifications all turned off. I got a call from Brandon, and he told me about Salman Rushdie, so I started digging in. I joined him on his radio, and as many of you heard my voice only, yes, it definitely rattled me. I wasn't shocked in any shape or form. I still am not, because I'm sure those of you who followed me long enough know that I know Islamic Republic of Iran and Muslims who are followers of Islam or Islamic Republic of Iran or muftis and fatwas, they mean business. That's one of the reasons that I take my own bounties very serious. That's why, unfortunately, I don't have what's known as the normal life out there. As I said, after years, I took one day to attend a birthday that was somewhat more public than I would usually do. So I wasn't shocked. I was sad. I actually have the book right here. I know you can't read. It's in Farsi. It's Salman Rushdie's book, The Satanic Verses, translated by an Iranian woman, Roshanak Irani. It's her name, if you want to look her up. When I got back home, the first thing I did was I grabbed this book and I kept staring at it, and I've been staring at it, and I've been flipping through the pages. And the question in mind is, why is it that people can't understand, especially in America? Why can't people understand? We have our First Amendment. This is covered under our First Amendment. This can be whatever this might be. Come on, in our schools, they are teaching books that are so graphic and so ridiculous and disgusting to our kids that we wouldn't even bring it, as Brandon said, we wouldn't read it on a screen, on air, but they have the freedom to publish that book. One book. Muslims don't like it. And the man who wrote it brilliantly spent most of his adult life not having a normal life, hiding and looking over his shoulder, spending fortune on protection and security. And now, after 33 years since the fatwa has been issued, someone, do excuse me, please. Someone carried out an attack that, yes, Salman Rushdie survived the attack. He's alive. But the injuries, as of right now, at least from what I've followed, are life-changing. Losing an eye, having serious nerve damages, and let's not mention the trauma of it. How many more years can one person live the life of hiding or being afraid or looking over their shoulder, thinking when is the time they're going to finish the job? Now, I want you to understand this isn't about death. I don't know if I've said it on this show before or not. Do pardon, as my brain isn't this normal sharp anti-Cyrus. It is still rattled. I am still considering and thinking and making decisions. But this is not about death. It's about the fact of, in human society, we have got to a point where an event will eliminate or minimize security and put a man's life in danger to avoid being Islamophobes, to avoid being called, anti-Iran, or to avoid possibly being factual and following the money in making sure the speaker, who has generously, under his circumstances, has agreed to come on and join their event, had absolutely, zero worth to them? That their labels and their repetition was more important to have an event with he is the highest target by Islamic Republic of Iran's regime. $3.8 million is the latest price that was put on him. But, it is what it is. That's where we are. I want to make sure I don't get too sidetracked from what I want to say before we get to the updates of Salman Rushdie and the attacker. So thank you, those of you who supported my situation and my circumstances, those of you who understood it. But I want to tell you something else. In 2008, I picked up my first rescue case, 2008. And to this day, since 2008, I am proud and honored to say that myself and Live Up to Freedom and a group of great people who, like me, understood that we are just tools and we are doing God's work. Between the 6 of us, we have had 21 rescue cases. 21 individuals' life has been saved and changed for better since 2008 through Live Up to Freedom. And as I said, glory goes to God, because in 2008 I didn't know it, but now I do know that I was put in this place to do what I do because that's what God wants me to do. I normally try to be a very humble person. I try to be down to earth. I try to shake everybody's hand. These 21 cases have been from places such as America, Canada, Bosnia, Iraq, Iran, and 2 other countries in Europe. So it hasn't been something of me, an Iranian, helping Iranians only. On that note, I will say this is why I have always called myself a human rights activist before anything else. I am also a survivor of Sharia. I'm a former child bride, yes. But I posted this a while ago on my page, and I said, I'm a child of God who was raised by the devil. And for a long time, I don't know why, but now we all know why I was raised by the devil, because I needed to be here to call devils steps as they are planning to take them. Now, as I said, I've always tried to be a humble person, but for the next few minutes, I will not be humble. I will be mean and I will be rude. I will be cold-hearted because it's needed. In midst of everything going on since Friday, many of you wonderful people acknowledged what I'm going through mentally. Even on Friday night, what an honor when Brandon House and Robert Spencer not only name me, also acknowledge why I am rattled and why they would understand if I step aside and quit, but they also say they wish this wouldn't happen. It's an honor. When I'm contacted by many other members involved with counter-jihad movement, letting me know if you need to take a break, we understand, but also know we're here if you need anything. All of that is very humbling and honor, very, very positive and helpful. But in midst of all of that, there was one person, just one person, who decided to take this opportunity to make things about themselves and to send what I normally would ignore as a mosquito bite. But under the circumstances, when I received the email, I looked at it as a low blow. Originally, I thought I will ignore the email, but then I figured, no, it is time for me to make certain points very clear on air and on the record. On this email, I was accused of having hate, having a cold heart. And interesting enough, the email was closed by, I figured if something was to happen to you or if you decide to quit, I wouldn't get a chance to tell you everything I told you on this email. And after the accusations, it was some sort of twisted, it's all about me scenario of threats to stop supporting and promoting me. So I will still be a kind-hearted person and not name names, because I don't do that. But I will say this. To this person who sent me the email, and anybody out there who thinks taking the time in middle of circumstances of Friday to today to make threats toward a fighter, a survivor, someone who has absolutely nothing to gain and a hell of a lot to lose, to make threats of dropping support from there, listen to this. Your support is not a support. Your support is a business deal. You're trying to show support in order to get either a thank you note or support in return or some sort of acknowledgement. As I said, what I do, I don't do it for you. I do it because I have learned that God wants me to do it. And I do it for those who are left behind. Those in America who by choice are being destroyed are not my problem, nor are they my concern. The Iranian little girls who are being sold every morning are the reason I fight. So anyone who's supporting me for any reason except supporting me, I want you to step aside, get out of my way, because I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't need your support, nor do I want your support. I don't need earthly desires to be involved and mixed with my mission. My mission isn't earthly. I don't need earthly supports for it. Is this mean? Don't know. Is it cold? Probably. A former child bride who has survived hell can be a very giving and loving person, but then she also has a side that will turn so cold that will freeze you where you're standing. On that note, I have no problem if I wake up tomorrow morning and not a single person is watching my show or supporting my show or watching my social media or supporting my social media, because I got God who's going to provide financially for my life to continue doing what I do, who's going to provide the protection I need when I need it, and is going to provide the peace of mind that I will need every day. I am grateful for those who are supporting me. Please don't misunderstand that concept. But those who think supporting me is a tool for them to make threats, you all need to take time to get to know me. When I started in 2008, none of you know. Forget about know about it. You didn't even know I exist. I didn't start doing this for public, so I'm not going to stop doing this for public. As far as me being afraid, absolutely. Have I literally looked over my shoulder every 5 seconds of my life since Friday? Yes, I have. Have I prayed excessively since Friday? Yes, I have. Have I decided if I'm going to continue or not? No, I haven't. But I'm here today because there's a lot that needs to be discussed and a lot that needs to be said. And majority of you were worried about me. And I decided I need to come on. I need to tell you I'm okay. Physically, I'm okay. Mentally, I'm a little rattled. Emotionally, because of that email that made no sense whatsoever, I have more doubts of, is this what I want to deal with every day of my life, especially when life gets hard? I don't know yet. But I'm okay. They haven't got to me yet. So let's wrap this up on a positive note, because I don't want that person who was trying so hard to turn this into a negative situation for me. I don't want them to win this. So I'll close this part of the show before we go to our first and last break today. I'm going to wrap it on this. Those of you who cared and who continued supporting me without even mentioning that you're supporting me, you're amazing. You made a huge difference since Friday to today. I wanted you to know because it matters. You matter. What you did, with your words, with your messages, with your emails. I'm sorry, Freedom Texas. I'm sorry I forgot to mention your ID. I generally just love your emails because you make my reporting so much easier when you just send me emails with links to events that are taking place. I was thinking I should actually name you as one of the associate producers because you have provided a lot of material for my show. Thank you, Freedom Texas. I appreciate you. And everybody else who out there took the time to message me, to email me, to make a comment and acknowledge my situation and understanding. You're amazing. I want you to know today, on this Monday, August the 15th, I'm here because of what you guys did, because of what you guys said. It gave me the strength to show my face on camera one more time and hopefully continue doing it. Even if I don't, I wanted to show up today to tell you that because of your love, because of your unconditional support, I got the strength this morning to decide to put myself together, put a smile on my face, and come join you guys for half an hour and talk to you. So you're amazing. But I will ask you to please continue praying for me because it's a little tough for now. But I know your prayers will make a difference and your love will make a difference. Let's go quickly take a break. Hear from Extract Javity. I don't know if you guys got yours, but I love mine. Let's take 1 minute break. We come back. I'm going to give you some updates on Salman Rushdie's attacker. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, guys.
Extract Javity is an all-natural energy and health drink developed by Brannon House several years ago with a team of experts. Extract Javity supports a healthy heart, strong immunity, skin, hair and nails, cognitive health, and cellular health. This all-natural energy drink is loaded with antioxidants. But don't take our word for it. Do your own research to find the benefits of red wine extract, bilberry extract, grapeseed extract, pine bark extract, and vitamin C. Brannon credits Extract Javity in part for his abundance of energy and good health. Order your 30-day supply now at mystore.com. Be sure to use the promo code on the screen for a generous discount. Extract Javity, your all-natural source for energy and good health. Find it at mystore.com.
Welcome back to Live Up to Freedom. Thank you so much for staying with me until now. And yes, please go to mystore.com. Grab yourself some Extract Javity or many other items. Same with mypillow.com. Use the promo code AC21 and you get yourself wonderful discounts. And I will get credit and financial support. Also, don't forget, I do still have my Arthur store, even though I'm very low on inventory, but you can go to lutfstore.com, lutfstore.com, and use promo code Frank and purchase my art, which is again a support towards not just my creativity and art, but financial support, and you will get a discount using promo code Frank. Okay, so the attacker, the guy who decided to go and stab Salman Rushdie. I'm not sure if you know or not, but as usual with mainstream media or many other media, there is his name, there's his age, there's his place of birth, and his fake driver license. Nothing else. Nothing else. No mention of the fact that, even though he was born in California, but he must have had a parent, right? Where are they from? How did they get here? Are they practicing Muslims? Anything like that doesn't exist. It doesn't. But I will work here. This man doesn't seem to be an Iranian, but he's definitely a IRGC lover. I saw the word of sympathizer. No, he's not a sympathizer. He's in love with IRGC. When I started reading on him and researching him, I'm like, wow, he looks like that guy who starts fire and then help put it out with fire department because he didn't pass the test. He couldn't become a firefighter, but he's so obsessed with firefighting that he creates, you know what type of people I'm talking about? He's that person. Like, I don't know where this started because you can't trace that on his information. But at some point, he definitely fell in love with Khomeini, the supreme leader of Islamic Republic of Iran back in the time, the one who put the original bounty or fatwa on Salman Rushdie. And then IRGC, I mean, he could not stop praising Qasem Soleimani on his social media. And he is a practicing Muslim. Funny enough, that's something I didn't notice or see any report putting out. He is a practicing Shia Muslim, which made me think, looking at his name, the fact that he's a Shia Muslim. I don't have confirmation, I don't have proof for this, but just as an educated guess, I think he was born in California, America, but I think he was born into at least one side of Iraqi immigrant. Iraqi parent. His last name is a very popular Iraqi last name. Iraq does have somewhat a small but a good enough portion of Shia Muslims. A lot of Iraqi Shias escaped Iraq during the Iran-Iraq war because Saddam Hussein was going after Shias as well as Iraqis who married Iranians. So if one side of the marriage was... So with all that information, my best guess as of right now is this guy could have Iraqi bloods in him. As I said, based on his looks, his picture, he does have the Iraqi tan tone, as we call it in Farsi. Now, does it matter? I think it does. Because when they keep saying, California born, New Jersey resident man, they are again covering up that this has something to do with Islam. They are covering up the fact that this has something to do with the mentality and culture. Because here's the thing, when you are born here in many immigrant families, I'm sure you've seen it, not just Middle Eastern, even Europeans or Mexicans, in any non-American cultural family, you're mainly raised by those values. Iranian kids might have accents, but they do throw a couple of Farsi words out there. They love Nowruz parties, which is the Iranian New Year's, Sizda Badan Mehrgan, all that. They know the culture. They don't reject it. Some kids do reject the Islamic side if it's an Islamic Iranian family or Islamic Afghan family, whatever. But if you have the tendency to like those culture, it matters. It does matter. It goes back to, I guess, there we go. The word finally hit me. Wow, I am slow today. It has a lot to do with assimilation. What I'm trying to say is it does matter to mention the assimilation never happened. If you don't have a parent or a family that assimilated into American culture, you grow up as an American born, you could do what this guy did. So that matters. every report is putting out, including on his arraignment on Saturday, it's still motive is unknown. Let me be funny for a minute. Motive was not even the $3.8 million. No, motive was Islamic Republic of Iran's supreme leader. And this time I'm talking about Khamenei. I'm going to put this on a screen, actually. I don't know if you guys, any of you seen this, but somebody mentioned, I don't know when, how, where, there were just pours of report coming out that this fatwa or this bounty was issued on Salman Rushdie more than 30 years ago. And Islamic Republic of Iran recently had said that they are not following up with the bounty anymore. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. It's me. You know what I do. So this screenshot is from 2019 from Khamenei, the current supreme leader of Islamic Republic of Iran, that says Imam Khomeini's verdict regarding Salman Rushdie is based on divine verses, and just like divine verses, it is solid and irrevocable. I think that's how you say it. So that's the original date of the bounty or the fatwa that was issued. And that is what Khamenei, the current supreme leader. So this is basically called renewing a fatwa. So the current supreme leader in 2019 renewed the fatwa originally put in place by Khomeini. And I know Khomeini and Khamenei names are so close to each other, so it could be confusing. But I wanted to show you this. Fatwa has not died. Anyone out there who's claiming that this guy did not do it because of the fatwa, there is no more fatwa, there is no more bounty, there is no more money involved. That's all a lie. As early as 2019, this has been renewed by Khamenei, and it has not been disputed, reversed, or removed since then. So just a piece of information that I realized it was missing from most places. Didn't want you guys to believe that this was just a Muslim who killed Rushdie because he was a Muslim who got, angry by the book. No. Another thing I want to quickly touch on as I'm running short on time is Islamic Republic of Iran has been our biggest enemy. It's the biggest danger we face. It still is. In so many different fronts, they are not just our enemy, but they are the most dangerous. I understand there are so many other things you should be concerned with. I am not asking you not to be concerned with them, but I want you to know that under no circumstances, as of today, Islamic Republic of Iran is either a minute less of a danger than they were yesterday. This is an odd request, but I don't know why I'm asking you to do this. But if you can, I want you to get a copy of this book, Satanic Verses. I also seen so many comments of hatred towards Salman Rushdie that karma got him. And Brandon was shocked when I told him these comments are flying around that people think Salman Rushdie wrote the Satanic Bible. That's how uneducated we are on certain topics. I guess that's why I'm asking for this, or a favor. Buy a copy of it if you can find it. If not, you might be able to find it in like used bookstore or something. You should be able to find it though. Buy it and read it. First of all, Satanic Verses is a different book than Satanic Bible. Salman Rushdie did not write anything about Christianity. This is a novel. The main introduction, the main part of the introduction is this book, more than it being against religion, it's about exposing the misdeeds by Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. So please, number one, pray for Salman Rushdie and stop the manifesto of death for him because you think this is a different author. Get the book and read it, not just to support Salman Rushdie because I think he needs it right now, but also when you read this book, you might understand why someone like me sits here screaming Islamic Republic of Iran is the most dangerous. And you will also understand why I keep saying the cult of Islam cannot coexist, because this book was written in a novel format, so it's a lot smoother and easier to read through, but it still has lots of messages that can help you understand the concept a lot better. And as I said, bottom line, I think it would be a good time to show massive support to Salman Rushdie. If you're one of those people who support people for thank you notes, don't buy the book, because I don't think Salman Rushdie is going to send you a thank you note. But if you're a genuine supporter of the cause of humanity, buying a copy of Salman Rushdie's book would be a great idea. Reading it would be even a better idea, and then discussing it and talking about it on social media would be helpful as well. I am out of time, but I just want to say one more time, those of you who got behind me, who prayed for me, who sent me lovely words of encouragement, and those of you who understood that if I'm not coming back today, you will not blame me for it. All of you, thank you. You are the reason I am back here today, going over my usual time, because that's what I do. I won't say I'll see you tomorrow because I don't know yet, but God willing, I will see you soon. Until such time, stay safe, stay vigilant. May God bless you and God bless America. Goodbye, guys.
You're watching Lindell TV.